Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. Good evening. Nobody has hopped on the call yet. Totally fine. I understand there's a lot of holiday travel going on right now or just being out with the family, and this is a weird time. But I wanted to take this opportunity to record this so I can post it to the group, but just offer my best tips and encouragement as we get into the holidays, where some of us may feel anxiety over what our crazy Asian grandmothers may or may not say about our weight, everyone is judging what you're putting on your plate. I know for a fact that they watch us eat and they want us to eat pretty much everything, but then when you gain some weight, they have something to say. So I am totally there with you, but I wanted to empower you to approach the holidays feeling really confident, really good in what you're doing, and also align your food choices with your priorities and your goals. So something that is going to be changing for me this season is that I am not going to be able to drink alcohol. Like, alcohol is a big thing in the Filipino culture. If you've ever been around Filipinos, you know that they be drinking. So it's going to be a huge change for me to navigate not drinking. And the reason that I am not drinking is due to medications that I'm taking. So I cannot mix medication and alcohol. So it's just something that I'm going to have to take off the table. So that's something that's going to be super new. But I wanted to give you guys kind of some best tips and practices, some ways to talk to people who are kind of like hating on you and hating on your style, or just like you not eating enough, or like people making fun of, oh, you eat rabbit food, things like that. And how to really align yourself and still feel good on Friday and get back to your workouts. So my first tip is to not skip your workout on a holiday. Not even if you're traveling. And that's the beauty about Beachbody On Demand, is that you have the ability to take your workouts with you wherever you go. So I highly recommend doing that. And do your workout. Get it done early in the day if you know you're going to be out throughout the day. I know I'm not skipping my workout. So I can feel super empowered and know that I did something good for myself before stretching myself super duper thin with all the family engagements. Another thing is carry a water bottle. I'm going to carry my Hydro Flask around everywhere I go. I'm going to fill it up with ice. So all I have to do is continuously put water in it. That's going to keep you feeling full and satisfied. Guzzle some water before you eat. It'll also aid in digestion, so you're not more likely to get constipated, because I know for a fact, TMI, not really sorry, but I get super constipated when I introduce like foods that I'm not usually eating. And that usually for me is like carbs and things like that. So carry your water bottle around, do your workout, and drink your Shakeology for the day. Do it as soon as you can in the morning after your workout. That's a really great place, because it's going to keep your digestive flow. The probiotics and the prebiotics are going to keep your gut moving really nicely, so that once you start eating, you don't get that feeling of like, oh my God, I feel backed up, because you know you got your super nutrients as well as your really great intake of fiber early in the day. So when you are going to plate your food, I don't want you first and foremost to have any anxiety around this. I don't want you guys to think about foods as good and bad anymore. I want you to think of them in a very neutral way. Food is food. Food is there as if for enjoyment. Food is there to fuel my body. Food is there as a token of love from somebody who spent hours creating a dish for you. So think about it in a totally different way, instead of that instant gratification of those dopamine hits of when you like start to eat good food and you're like, this is bomb. Like, start to think about it really, really objectively, so that you see that it's really the company you keep. Like, I'm excited to eat, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm gonna have so much good Filipino food. We don't do traditional Thanksgiving, and I am just really excited to be around my family that's coming in from out of town. I'm meeting a nephew who's the same age as JoJo for the first time, and they're going to be playing together. And I'm so looking forward to it. So think about those moments more than you think about the food. That is so important. So many of these gatherings are super food motivated, and that, like, it brings so much happiness. And while yes, like, that is okay, think about the other things that are happening. that have nothing to do with what is in front of you and what you are going to be consuming. When you are creating your plate, if there is a vegetable, have unlimited vegetables, and then allow yourself to have other favorite dishes in moderation, right? Like I'm going to allow myself a bite of absolutely everything, whether it be all of the desserts, but the last thing that I'm going to do is just gorge myself, which is something I've done in the past. I had issues with binging and purging. Hi, sweet love. You want to say hi? I had issues with binging and just like eating and eating and eating until I felt really, really bad about myself. And my goal, and I am envisioning myself on Friday, is to wake up super energetic, ready to attack my workout and ready to go about my day and not have to recover from a food hangover, because that's what we definitely don't want, especially as a busy mom with some very rambunctious and active children. The last thing you want is to have a day where you need to recover from all of the guilt and all the ickiness and all of the gastrointestinal stress that you put on your stuff. He wants a shake. Okay, and then the last thing that I wanted to bring up is navigating negative Nancy's when it comes to your eating, right? Is that all you're going to eat? Oh, you're going to eat all that. You must be hungry. Like anytime, just like when somebody is talking about your appearance or has to comment on your body composition and just says something that kind of irks you, just say, I would just, like, for instance, you're going to take him? Okay. You're going to come back? Oh, okay. I'm almost done. Sorry, guys. Just feel empowered. Come with kindness. Come at a level of love. I know that a lot of the times I used to get super offended over things that would be said about me, right? I remember an instance in particular where back in the days when we used to shop at Wet Seal or Charlotte Russe, baby doll tops were in style, right? Like it was like really fitted here and then it would cut at the waist and then it would be a baby doll top. I remember I had a cousin who was from the Philippines. She is like maybe 8 years older than me. And she was like, "Are you pregnant?" And I was floored. I cried. I was in tears. I had to tell my mom to like tell everyone like, this is just not okay. We should not be talking to each other like this. But then you had to step back and realize and come from a place of empathy. And that's what they grew up with. That's the normal type of conversation in the Philippines. So I had to look at it from that lens and really pull myself from the situation and use it as a way of educating them. So when somebody is saying things like, here, you could have this, like, and it's something that you definitely don't want, right? Like my little brother right now is staying away from dairy because of his skin issues and various issues that he's having. And I know, and I was really guilty of this because I was like, it's just Thanksgiving. But honestly, when there is something that you are very, very opposed to having, something that doesn't sit well with you, tell them that. Just say, I know one bite won't kill me. You're so right. However, my body just like doesn't mesh well with that and some of the ingredients. And I know it's delicious, but I can't do it. Or say, or like, is that all you're going to eat? Are you going to go get more? And say, yeah, maybe in a minute, but talk to me about this and tell me about what's been happening with you and just catch up with that those various people. So it's just so important that we reframe and we take the questions that we are being asked, like, how do you just eat so much vegetables or this and this and that? Like you eat like a rabbit, and just say, hey, you know what? It's just how I choose to eat. Energetically, I've been feeling really well. My labs have been coming back really well with my doctor, and this is just the way that I choose to eat. Are you on a diet? That's another one. Are you dieting? Is this food bad for your diet? That's the one I get a lot. And I say, hey, I don't really believe in good or bad food. I think that we are eating for our energy levels. And this is something that I may have once in a while, but it's not something that I have all the time because I like to be really energetically sharp and really quick for my kids. Right? Like you just have to have these comebacks so that it shuts it down, but it also educates them so that one, they're not asking these types of questions, but two, it kind of like plants a seed of a healthy living lifestyle. It's not just a diet. This is not a fad. This is our health. This is our forever. This is our future. So it's so important that we are able to take what our relatives say that normally would hurt our feelings and turn it around and use it as a point to educate them. So I hope you guys have a happy Thanksgiving. I'm still going to be meal prepping. I meal prepped tonight. I made some egg cups again. I also made some fish, stir-fried veggies, and brown rice. I will be enjoying that as well as the festivities on Thursday. I am so excited to just continue our quest for health and just look at our eating as a different way. No foods are good. No foods are bad. It's all just collectively like what your choices are. So I love you guys. I hope you found some value in this. I will see you guys next Sunday for our next Challenger check-in. For me, I'm finishing up week 2 of 6 weeks of the work, and I feel so strong. And I want to hear from you guys. So let me know how you guys are doing in your program, and I'll talk to you later.